Hello, this is Shantae with Brown Sugar Talks under Black Unicorn. So, I told y'all how these people that took information, stories about me, and then changed them so that they become some negative situations, right? Stuff that they don't even know about. They just heard it, thinking not because I said it to a student or because how they feel like I said it to a student that it's a problem. In so many ways that jokes can be pronounced. So the latest one was with my neighbor. So she listening through the walls. And that's a problem for her. My son is a problem for her. Now my son hasn't actually directly disrespected her in any way. But the conversations that me and my son have, that's a problem for her. So if somebody doesn't understand me and my son's relationship, you might think that that's a problem. And it's not at all. So her son disrespected me though. He came to me and thought that me and him were going to be able to consult about sex or something like that. She can hear everything that's going on in my walls, but she can't hear it, and on our porch. But she couldn't hear this conversation that her son was trying to have with me. And then when she did, she only brought up the fact that this was something else. Not the fact that what he was saying to me was uncomfortable to me. I'm living in close proximity with you, and you actually trying to act like me and you about to have sex, or we gonna fuck or something. You know, I'm an older woman with a child. I don't have time for that bullshit. So instead of her addressing the issue of her child and her husband over like listening through the walls or listening to us when we on the porch or anything, she would rather address me and be upset with me. Just like I told y'all, women, something wrong with that. You need to be mad at them, not mad at me because I haven't done anything to you. And then she tried to actually shame me with my child. Well, me and my son was over here bugging up. I say, Blake, she told me that you told me to shut the fuck up. My son was like, Mom, really? Like, yes. Yes, that's how he know. Because he himself knows that that shit ain't even really flying like that over here. So anyway, I get to counseling, right? And the lady's like, well, you have to um find a way or use a skill to cope with this. Because y'all, I end up having anxiety because I haven't said anything to them. So I stopped. I was like, no, for 1 second, I'm going to stop this. When they do shit, I'm going to confront them about the bullshit that they do. So this is how the argument started. So you know yourself that your son come over here and touch the doorknob when I'm not here. You know that your husband called my car in so the car could be taken away. You know that you were listening through the walls and then therefore trying to start arguments. What can you name that we actually did to you for all of these things to be happening? And she still wants to be upset. Like she still wants to have an argument. She's on the porch telling the landlord, I don't want to have an argument with her. But all of your actions say something differently. All of your actions cause for y'all to be disrespected. Because once again, what did I do to you? What did my son say to you? They can't name it. So anyway, I'm like, okay, well, when the lady tells me, well, you got to find a coping skill, I don't have to find anything. No, I don't. I will not. And I will not be having an anxiety attack based on other people's disturbances. So you decided to go through the internet and find out things about me. And now I have to cope with your reactions to those issues that are not issues in the first place. And she said this also on the phone with the police officer. So that's all I wanted her to do. That was the end all be all. When you hit that point, when you yourself said, I heard exactly. I haven't told the police I heard anything from them because I cannot recall any of that information. All I could do is recall what I saw. That's it. I can't recall what I heard because anything could have been happening. They could have been acting, they could have been playing, all those different things. And the only way I can relate to that is, it's not even an excuse. That's because that's what me and my child do. So I don't know what y'all doing over there. They woke up this morning trying to make noise, trying to make the floor shake, running through the house. All this stuff to get my attention. Yesterday I went on the porch. This after we had an argument. I go in the house, she go in the house. All this extra stuff. And you just like, what is wrong? And this lady was actually telling me to find a coping skill. My coping skill is like I really don't really want to be around them. So when they out there, I don't go out there. So anyway, I wanted to like really go over because this is something my counselor forgot to think about. Problem based coping and emotion based coping. So problem based coping is helpful when you need to change your situation, perhaps by removing a stressful thing from your life. For example, if you're in an unhealthy relationship, your anxiety and sadness might be resolved by ending the relationship as opposed to soothing your emotions. So this is the thing. What it's telling you is like if it's a problem based situation, then you therefore will find you have to try to find a solution to what's going on. Right? So I'm constantly in this situation trying to always find somebody else's solution. I'm removing myself from the problem and somebody keeps following me with the problem and then telling me to come up with a solution. That's not for me to do. So then if I reach out and say, well, I want to hurt this person, then people are going to start telling. No, tell that you know that the person is actually setting it up to follow me with problems. Then we can know why I want to reach out and hurt somebody. So she heard when I said I want to kill him, but she didn't hear what the problem was to the reason why I would want to hurt you. I didn't come over here and live here with the mind of, I'm going to hurt my neighbors. I'm going to start. This is what they said on the porch. And they thought I didn't hear him. He said, no, we're going to start when she move in. We gonna start messing with, I guess, after I move in here. Now, y'all understand this after we already moved in. And we in a situation where we can't move out. And you think every day I'm about to put up with your bullshit? Humans not made that way. Now she done heard everything except for the abuse her husband is putting on us, the stress her husband putting on us, and the stress her son putting on us. She done heard everything from me. But what did I say when I first moved in here? I haven't said anything to you. But hi and bye. Problem-based coping. What they really not telling you is that you don't have to deal with anybody else's problems or bullshit. That's not for you to deal with. It's not for you to solve other people's problems. She has a problem. We not the problem. But then somebody will put up a meme and say, the only emotional issues I have was with myself. Okay, so if you got those emotional issues with yourself, how could you pull me and my son into the problem? You understanding what I'm saying? But you don't hear me though. If you had the emotional issue with yourself, how did I become your problem? Nothing we do should be a problem for you. Nothing. Because what we do doesn't involve you. Your thoughts, your feelings, your actions, none of it. You do not have to stay in situations where other people give you problems based on what they perceive something to be. I can't tell you what those people doing. Why? Because they are not my problem. I be chilling, y'all. I don't want no other problems besides what I already got. And then to think that a human would become that issue, don't think so, baby. Don't think so. No, baby. No, baby. No, 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 baby. I could give two fucks about you. I don't give a fuck who you are. I don't give two fucks about you. I really do be trying to be in my own shit, doing my own stuff, trying to keep my life on track and keep my shit together. I can't worry about what your husband did, what your son did, what your mama or your grandmama did. Because I am focused on me. And my child is focused on him. Okay, next. Emotion-based coping. It's helpful when you need to take care of your feelings when you either don't want to change your situation or when circumstances are out of your control. For example, if you're grieving the loss of a loved one, it be important to take care of your feelings in a healthy way since you can't change the circumstance. So emotion based. These are things that happen that you don't know anything about. You understand? So emotion based is like things that actually happen in your life. The loss of a loved one, the loss of a home, the loss of a car, the loss. You see, so when it's your emotions, and that's what you can't control. If you do feel like it's some other entity messing with you, or whatever, or you gotta get it, because some parts of grieving is pain. You can lose a pet and still have the same grief. It's so many different things that you could grieve about. And so that's something where you then have control of that. That's when you want to use a coping mechanism. But if it's a problem with another human being and you don't have a problem with that human being, that's when you have to confront them. The only thing that just made me feel better was confronting them. So I had this huge anxiety attack because I didn't want to confront them because I knew that if I confronted somebody, I would go the fuck off. I went off. And I feel better. Like, I don't know about anybody else, but I feel better. I'm sorry, but I just feel better. Okay, healthy emotion focused coping skills. So it's so many of them that you can use. So here are some examples of healthy coping skills, and I think I did this anyway. Exercise, exercise, walk, take a walk. Some days I'll be like so mad because I take a walk to go buy stuff. I go take a walk to buy calories or whatever. But that's the thing, like, it don't matter. Like, stop, don't even be down on yourself about it. Just exercise. Do what you gotta do. Write in a journal. Write in a journal. The other thing is, it's these things called bullet journals. And I know I talked about them before. I think I deleted the thing, but I love bullet journals because it's like you can like draw different types of pages for yourself. So bullet journaling is awesome. It's like, for real, I could just like, oh my God, I love bullet journaling. It is one of the best things I could do. Draw. So drawing is like such a release for me. I do love watercolor. Watercolor like just opens me up to something else. Listen to music all day long. Like I do. And sometimes I get wrapped up in it. Like some days I just lose myself in the music. I just forget that anybody heard. I don't care. I love music. I don't care. Take a bath. Remember, you could take a shower too, because taking a bath, for sensitive people like me, I can't take a bath all the time. I'll probably take a bath like once a month for real. And really taking a bath, you just really stewing yourself in your own filth. But take a bath. What else am I telling you? Like, yeah, taking a shower helps too. Play with the pet. Spend time in nature. Clean your house. When you organize something, then you go back in there and you look like, oh heck, it's organized. It's organized. Read a book. Meditate. I do that now in bed. I just stay in bed and do it. Use aromatherapy. Oh my God. I found these little smells. It's like Twilight Wood. It smell like a man. You hear me? I'm just like, yes. Play a game with your kids. I say build something too. Cook a meal. Engage in a hobby. Pray. Practice breathing exercises. List things you feel grateful for. I used to do this like once a day, like write down what was the best thing about the day. Color, garden, do yoga. Reframe the way you were thinking about the problem. Me, I really did. Because I'm thinking I ain't coping with nothing. If somebody crazy is offering me problems, I'm not coping anything. I'm turning you in. Cause somebody out here needs to know you crazy. It's not two fucks about it. Somebody else gotta know you crazy. It's not me. I know it's not me. Somebody else have to know you crazy. And this lady was actually justifying herself. I'm reframing the problem. I am not the problem. You are. Use progressive muscle relaxation. So I do, since doing booty yoga, I hope this is not too much for somebody, but I know, man, one stripper taught me this in college, where you lift your right cheek, your left, your butt, your left cheek. And Beyonce got that in that song now. But shit, I love to do that shit, for real. I do. I just lift them. Not clenching your butt together, it's just like you just lifting the cheek. Picture your happy place. I do. Like, I really am trying to design a house that is that the outside is a greenhouse. So yeah, that's my happy place. Give yourself a pep talk. Be nice to yourself. Like somebody else was saying this too. Even if it's a joke, be nice to yourself. Don't call yourself a dumbass. Don't be like, I did. No, you didn't do anything. You made a mistake. That's all. Okay. Now come to the realization of change. Drink tea. Ah, I love tea. I love them. I love all the flavors. Squeeze a stress ball. Oh my God. Y'all know what feel good is those squishies that people be like, they do little shows and stuff about it, but you can make them too. But they feel so good. Ain't they cute? When you can like squeeze all the way down to like a softness or something, and it's just like awesome. Put lotion on it, smells good. We do lavender in this house because it's good for headaches, and because we dealing with that smoke issue. Um, what else? Yeah, lavender is awesome. Like, you can put it um on your wrist, and you put it on the temples of your forehead, like the place like right above, kind of like, it's like you will feel it too. It's like by your eye, like it'll be it feels like an indentation, and we just put a little and I sometimes put it like right underneath my nose on my cupid's bow, so I can just smell it more, because I love the smell of it. Eucalyptus too, like if you like lavender, I mean if you like eucalyptus better than lavender, that's a good one too, but it smells so good. And aromatherapy, like I'm telling you, like that's still part of aromatherapy, but aromatherapy in your house, like get something that smells good. So you don't do like eucalyptus, peppermint, all that stuff all the time. Go ahead and invest in some stuff that smell different. Like if you think about the tropics, it's another one called mango Bali or Bali mango. Oh my God, the stuff smells so good. They got cotton candy. Like if you like candy and stuff, make your house smell like candy. But these little aromatherapy things, they work. I mean, sometimes if both of us have a headache, then I do lavender in there or whatever. But I mix it with something else. But still, I still put it in there. But aromatherapy helps. Something else that helped me too. Um, Garlic is a astringent, and I didn't want to take antibiotics. I do now because I was having an issue with my tooth, and I made like garlic tea for my tooth, and it actually went away. I had an abscess. It went away in a day. Like all I did was like I drank garlic tea 3 times a day. That for 3 times a day. Make sure you let it sit, because then it's like a chemical that's released after you let it sit, and it actually helped. I'm telling you, it just actually went away. Um, what else? Look at landscape photos that help you feel relaxed, especially if it's part of your happy place. Think of something funny. Oh my God, some of the stuff that's funny to me. Let me tell y'all, the latest one is with your boy 50 and Ja Rule. And 50 was like, they was trying to have a 50 Cent versus Ja Rule situation, and 50 Cent was like, no, because his catalog his catalog is not big enough. And so this the whole thing, right? The problem with it is like he really is just like going in on him. Like that is like so fucking funny. Like I love when people take like a high level joke. Like that is such, like he's serious. Like the funny thing is he's really fucking serious. Like you really just not my competition, And that, I mean, oh my God, it is hilarious to me. And so he like, yeah, really, he probably just need to go against Snoop. Like that is so funny to me. And then another one, this guy, he like, I can fix that. I mean, he looked good too. He got his shirt off. You know, he putting his arm in the thing. Then he had to call the repairman 5 hours later. It's like, could you please just skip to you don't know how to do it and call the repairman? Shoot, and just let's just have sex. You know, I don't know. But anyway, it's like it's so funny. Like some stuff, it is just hilarious to me. Like I be over here crying seriously. Like, oh my God, I laughed at 50 Cent stuff. Like, oh my, I think for like 20 minutes yesterday. It was so funny. Like, I'm like, how? Don't do that to him. Please don't. But it is funny. It is a great joke. And I know he's serious. I don't know. Sometimes it just be like that. Okay. Look at pictures that remind you of people, places, and things that bring you joy. That's why I always try to get videos of my son. Even with his little finger signs. I do. Take care of your body in a way that makes you feel good. Paint your nails, do your hair, put on a face mask. That's the stuff we do here. We do. Smile. Use a relaxation app. No, because they cost money. I am not suggesting that. I hate when people try to gouge you out of some fucking money. No, because sometimes they cost money. They need to be free. All that relaxation stuff, it needs to be made by the hospital and given out for free. Like, I don't think people need to actually try to put money into that. Some things some apps should be FDIC approved. I'm not even joking. They should be approved by the CDC. I think relaxation, workout apps, meditation apps, all that stuff. Some of that stuff, it actually does need not to be financially for something for financial gain, because it's the actual health issue for everybody. Now I think recipe apps and stuff like that, maybe you should charge. But like for real, stuff that's actually for our mental health and the way that we need to change our society, that stuff does not need to be. It should be free, just like water and air. Water should be free as well, and air. Y'all could just like give a limit on water, like how many gallons, like really how many gallons does a one human being use a day, and then that way y'all could like upsell if somebody got to fill a pool, if somebody has to, you know what I'm saying? Because then I would love to walk by and be like, girl, they can pay for that water. Girl, they pay for the pool water, girl. You see what I'm saying? Like, for real. It's just like, that should be the upsell. Why would we be paying for water? For real. Like, it should be like just a limit to it. Like, not something that we actually have to give you some money. I got to give you money for the water? You know, we actually need that shit to survive. And then on top of that, I gotta get other enhancements for my water. I gotta get filters and all that. I'm paying you money for dirty water. This water dirty than a motherfucker. You want me to pay you for it? Y'all done flip the fuck out. So anyway, some stuff I just be like, why are we paying for this? Go for a walk. Go for a walk. So healthy problem focused coping skills. Work on managing your time better. Establish healthy boundaries. Ask for support from a friend or professional. Engage in problem solving. Walk away. Leave a situation that is causing you stress. Create a to-do list. Unhealthy coping skills to avoid. Drinking, alcohol, using drugs. I'm not going to really say that that's not going to help you. Because, I mean, for real, sometimes I'll be really pushed. Be like, I need a fucking drink. These motherfuckers crazy. And so, you know, that's why they saying it too. Because it really ain't your problem. This is when you have that problem-based shit. No, don't do that. Because they driving you to drink. You don't need to be drinking. Them motherfuckers crazy. Ain't nothing wrong with you. It's them. Overeating. I try to snack all day. Like, I eat vegetables and stuff. I probably eat popcorn. The worst thing I do is drink soda. So, you know, that's probably the worst thing. Sleeping too much. I don't do that. I don't know how to sit. Venting to others. I really just talk to my counselor, and I do have a podcast. So I guess I vent to a lot of people. I don't know. Overspending. I do that too. But I think about it first. Like, I let it sit in the cart for at least a week or two sometimes. Sometimes a few days. Sometimes a day if I know I really need it. But I really like avoidance. I try to stay away. I really do. Like, I'm not a person that's going to follow trouble. You think I'm going to follow you and fight? Fuck you. I'm not about to follow you and fight you. That ain't no reason. Now, if you got some shit to say and you trying to act like, and you think I'm a bitch, You know what I'm saying? You think I'm gonna punk out because you talking, bitch. You done lost your regular ass mind. But I'm not about to follow somebody and fuck with them. You see, like I ain't got time for that shit. That shit is too much. That's too much. So proactive coping. That's what I gotta do. Find what works for you. Um. So yeah, that's everything. Like that's how I feel. It's just like some of these things, problem focused coping, and emotion focused coping. They are two different things, and so you cannot continuously like think that you are a problem when you're not. You are not a problem. You are not a problem. Sometimes it's not even you. It's the person that's in your life. Y'all know the best example of this too is that it's a movie on Netflix where the little girl is there with her mom. Not Netflix, it's on Hulu. It's a woman and she there with her mom and her mother is making her sick, right? The girl, did she end up killing her? I didn't watch all of it because I was like, this stuff right here, I just can't watch stuff like that either because I'm like, why would you do that? You know, because people actually do these things. And the whole time, the mother will probably be the person that people will take up for. Like, the mother is okay. And the mother is not okay. She is not okay. And that's exactly what I'm trying to tell. It's like, people will put you through some real stuff, and everybody will be looking at the person that's going through it like, oh my God, this person is not a victim. The act. That's what it's called, the act. I'm looking at it now. So the act. That they would actually be looking at the mother like, oh my God, like she, something is really intense, or the girl is doing this or that or the other. But yeah, that's enough to want to kill a person because that girl hasn't done anything to her. This girl out here trying to live her whole life. You gonna hold her back from her whole life? Remember when she got the makeover and she got mad at the girl, that jealousy kind of stuff? People don't need that stuff. That stuff for real. It's time out for that. We are not living in slavery times. We're not living in no 50s, no 60s, none of that stuff. Like y'all actually act like life is not growing. And for a person to have a mentality to hold somebody else back for nothing, based on because you don't feel good about yourself. You are not the problem. They are. They are the problem. And you don't need to adjust to none of that. That's not an adjustment that you have to make. And that's exactly what this is saying. The adjustment comes in when you are your own problem. That's when you start to make the adjustment. Exercise, take a bath, give yourself a pep talk, meditate. Those are emotional adjustments because you are trying to fix yourself. Now, you can't fix somebody else outside of yourself. So a problem-focused coping, that is totally different. They have to be told that they are the problem. That's toxicity. And when you're in a situation where you're living amongst toxicity, you might start to think that you're okay. Like that's normal. And it is not. My dad was trying to make me see that his family thought like I'm going to think my grandmother and my aunt normal. That's not normal. That's not healthy. And that's all I'm trying to tell you. You do not have to deal with those types of situations. It's not for them to do that. And it is okay for you to be angry about it because you should be angry. They are violating your space and your time. And it is not right. So that's it. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, Shantae, Brown Sugar Talk under Black Unicorns. Please have a great day and learn the difference. Don't have people out here telling you got to get help when they the ones that got the problem. Have a great day.